Maybe. We're waiting. There we go. YouTube has begun. Opening up the YouTube app. Opening up the YouTube app. Going here. All right. Got that ready to go. Do a search for Theology Central. Have that ready to go. Turn off the chat. Opening up the... All right, finally. There goes the notification. And we'll do this. It should only take just a couple of minutes here. This should be a relatively very quick broadcast. Should be very short, but hopefully somewhat beneficial. YouTube connection has been established. Now I'm going to go over here to webcast on the Sermon Audio platform or Sermon Audio website. If I can get here, there we go. Now I can see somewhat beneficial. All right, we got that ready to go. All right, we wait. All right, the map is not working, so that means no one is listening. If it does not show up on the map, that means no one is listening, correct? Oh, wait, we just jumped to 2. All right, those are the 2 times I've clicked on it, so the map is just a little behind. We'll wait here for a few minutes. The connection is all over the place, but that's okay. We'll give it a couple of seconds, and then hopefully we can, hopefully this goes well. I don't know. We're October the 16th. I don't know yet. It's too early to determine, success or failure in this new endeavor, but we're trying, all right? We are trying. All right, I'm just going to give it a couple of seconds here, and then I think we're just going to get started, and whatever happens, happens. Yeah, I don't have anything ready to go other than I just need to open up the Sermon Audio website. All right, here we go. Fairhaven Baptist Church and College has just begun. So we're going to be missing chapel service, so we need to hurry. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we go live in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Looking at our world from a theological perspective, this is the Theology Central Podcast, making theology central.
Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday, October the 16th, 2025. It is currently 11:07 a.m. Central Time, and I'm coming to you live from the Theology Central studio located right here in Abilene, Texas. Now, this is another episode in our ongoing series that I am calling the Sermon Audio Daily. The goal of this series is very simple, very straightforward. I turn on the microphone and I try to help you discover new things to listen to on the Sermon Audio platform. That includes the Sermon Audio website and the Sermon Audio app. I try to help be your curator, putting things together, helping you discover things. I'm like your discovery playlist if you use different music streaming services, your new release information, new release playlist, however you want to describe it. I'm here to try to help you find and help you keep up with what's going on the Sermon Audio platform. Now, yesterday, I gave you a playlist of 5 sermons on Hebrews chapter 12, or from Hebrews chapter 12. And, well, that's 5 sermons to listen to. I doubt you've listened to all 5 since yesterday. Some of you probably have not listened to any of them. Some of you probably don't plan on listening to any of them, but I gave you 5 yesterday. So then today, do I just jump to, 2 or 3 more sermons, a new broadcast or a new series? So I thought, I was thinking about what to do, and then I got some information, and I'm like, you know what? This is the perfect time to just turn on the microphone and give everyone an update about some information I talked about in a previous episode of the Sermon Audio Daily. And if you remember, I turned on this very microphone in this very studio, and I said, hey, there's millions of things to listen to on the Sermon Audio app and the Sermon Audio website. But one thing you may not take the time to look at is the radio tab. So if you go to the Sermon Audio website right now, on the left, you have all of the different tabs, right? You have home, you have the news tab, you have the My Feed tab, the My Library tab, My Church tab, sermons, newest videos, staff picks, featured sermons, webcast. That's where you should be right now because you should be listening to me because I'm currently live. Broadcasters, speakers, series, recent comments, and then you see the tab radio. And if you click on that tab radio, you'll see that there is now 3 radio stations. Now, the last time I told you to do that, I was like, hey, there's a brand new radio station. Go to the Sermon Audio website. And, oh, wait, it's not there. It was on the app, but it wasn't on the website. Well, they have now added it to the website. So now whether you're using the website or whether you're using the Sermon Audio app, you now have 3 radio stations available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And you can use that to kind of add some variety. If you're listening to a series or you're listening to sermons or you just don't know what to listen to, open up the radio tab, hit play, and go about your day doing whatever you want, and you'll hear whatever they are providing at whatever particular time of day, night, morning that you're listening. And so I think you should, I know in some ways radio is kind of outdated. It's a little archaic, right? Radio is something of the past, right? Now everybody just wants to listen to what they want to listen to on demand when they want to. And I understand that, right? It's kind of like broadcast television. Who watches television live? Other than for sports, most everyone just watches shows whenever they want to, right? That's kind of our mentality. But the radio is there when you don't know what to watch or what to listen to, what to search for. You can just turn on, one of the radio stations on the Sermon Audio platform. Now, if you're using the app, the radio stations will open up within the app itself. If you're using the website, now the first radio station is Sermon Audio Radio 24/7. If you click on it, it will open up, it opens up right there kind of on the Sermon Audio website itself. And then you have to hit play.
At least our bellies would have been full.
And
now we're out here in the wilderness.
We're
about to die of hunger.
That's not the great.
In chapter 16.
You can barely hear that.
In chapter 17, and we see the third text.
Okay, well, that one, they picked something that doesn't sound great, okay? They need to boost the audio on that one, all right? But you can go to Sermon Audio Radio 24/7 and listen. Yeah, that one, I don't know. They probably should have taken that audio and ran it through an Amplify software like I think Audacity. You can go in, edit it, and increase the volume on it artificially. But okay, so there we go. And that's one of my, that's one of my biggest complaints about lots of churches is they will record the sermon, and then when you listen to it, you're like, it's not loud enough, because you got to remember, some people are just listening, like right there, I'm just listening on my iPad through the iPad speakers, and I can hear it, but it needs to be a little louder. But that's neither here nor there. There's Sermon Audio Radio. Now, if you go to the next radio station, VCY Radio, and you click on it, it's going to, wait, the server is down. Actually, you cannot listen to that one right now. But it's going to open up a website. I don't know what happened. Hey, your VCY radio feed is down, okay? It's gone. Let me open up the app. Let me see here. I'm going to open up the app. Now I'm curious. All right, hang on. Let's go into the app here. And if I scroll down, okay, here's Sermon Audio Radio. Okay.
And the time they find themselves.
I can barely hear that.
But again, no one.
They need to fix that one. Okay, VCY Radio.
Devotional and prayer guide.
It's working.
Anchored by Faith. A book that'll help you stay grounded and grow in confidence as you walk.
Okay, so on the app, it works. On the website, it's down. And then, all right, we're discovering, every time we do this, we discover something. Hey, Sermon Audio, your VCY radio link does not work from the website. You need to fix that, okay? I need to get paid for this job. Shouldn't I get paid for this? I think I should get paid. I think I should get paid. I discovered that, hey, you're missing the third radio station on the website. It's on the app. Now we've discovered that the VCY radio link does not work from the website. It works on the app. I literally should should get paid. I think I should, someone hire me and I get paid. I need to get paid. Okay. I just need to make about $1,000 a month. That's all I need. Okay. All right. That's all I need. All right. All right. But so Sermon Audio Radio 24/7 is currently broadcasting, but whatever they're playing right now is at a volume that's not acceptable. That needs to be fixed. Second, VCY Radio is available on the app. For some reason, the website, the link does not work. Now, that brings us to station number 3, the one I'm here to give you an update about. Caribbean Radio Lighthouse, or you can say Caribbean Radio Lighthouse. You can choose Caribbean Radio Lighthouse. Now I'm on the app, so I'm going to click on it and it should immediately play. There we go.
Today we will continue our scripture reading in the book of Galatians, chapter 2. Galatians chapter 2, beginning at verse 1. The Apostle Paul continues to describe true ministry.
All right, that's Caribbean Radio Lighthouse from Antigua. All right, 1160 AM and 92.3 FM, Antigua, the West Indies, Caribbean Radio Lighthouse. Now, if you don't know, the Caribbean Radio Lighthouse basically is Fundamental Broadcasting Network, FBN Radio. You can look it up here in the United States of America. It's located in, I believe, North Carolina. That's where their headquarters are. I believe it's North Carolina. And if you listen to Caribbean Radio Lighthouse, it's very FBN. I don't know if they are bringing in the same programming, but it's very similar in its in the programming. But it's still there, available to you 24/7 on the Sermon Audio platform. Now it's available on the website. Now, on the website, it's going to open up a link to a different website, which will be Caribbean Radio Lighthouse. On the app, it just opens up within the app, which is the way it should work. So there are 3 radio stations available. Sermon Audio 24/7, currently playing something at a volume that's not acceptable for broadcast. So they need to fix that. Second, VCY Radio, available on the app, currently not opening on the website. I will email them and say, hey, your VCY Radio link is not working. And then 3, Caribbean Lighthouse Radio, available through the website. Or, in fact, let me go to the website real quick and just verify it. Okay, here we go. Yes, it opens up. And when it opens up, it just takes you to radiolighthouse.org. And currently reading Galatians 2:1 through chapter 5, verse 15. It does give you the information. Yeah, there you have it. So all three stations are supposedly available. The website, the Sermon Audio website, though, for VCY Radio is not working correctly. Let me go back and just check it again. We're discovering this in real time. Hang on, wait. Oh, wait. It's working? Wait. It's working. There we go. It's working now. Okay. All right. So let's go back. Sermon Audio Radio. Hang on. Let's see if this one's working. Okay. Still playing something at a volume that's not acceptable. VCY Radio. Hang on. Oh, wait. It's down again. I don't know what's going on. All right. VCY Radio web server is down. I'm going to take a screenshot of that so I can send it to them. All right. I'm going to go to Caribbean Radio Lighthouse. I'm going to go open it. Will this play? Hang on. Maybe it'll play. Oh, it won't play. How come it's not playing? We're having all kinds of technical. Oh, wait, here we go. Wait. Maybe?
Things which I destroy,
there we go.
I make myself a transgressor. For I, through the law, am dead to the law, that I might live unto God.
Okay, so that's working. Okay, great. So, but if you open up the Sermon Audio app and go scroll down till you see radio, Sermon Audio Radio should open up immediately.
Frequently in the scripture that we are to remember God.
Way too low volume. VCY Radio should work.
The water becomes wine.
Tony Evans.
The head waiter.
A lot of controversy there about Tony Evans. Okay. Won't get into all of that controversy. Okay. All right. Here we go.
Crucified among you. This only would I learn.
So they're all working perfectly through the app. All right. So I don't know. I'm going to go back to the website one more time. I'm going to go back to Sermon Audio Radio, click on VCY Radio, and it's not working. So I will let them know to get that fixed. There we go. We discovered it. So the update is Caribbean Lighthouse Radio is now available through the Sermon Audio app and the Sermon Audio website. However, VCY Radio is currently down. The link is not working through the website, but it is available through the app. While this update has just clarified everything, it's made everything crystal clear. The point is, Sermon Audio provides you access to 3 radio stations. Hopefully, they're going to get it all fixed. Everything's going to be working perfectly and use them. And you know what's probably sad? Probably no one else discovered that the link is down on the website because I don't think a lot of users from Sermon Audio use the radio stations. So can I get you to go check them out today? I don't know if I can, but you should. That's why. And the Sermon Audio app, well, the radio stations work fine. They work perfectly. So use the Sermon Audio app today. And you can download the Sermon Audio app, the Google Play Store, Apple App Store, or if you're using an Amazon Fire tablet, you can also download the Sermon Audio app on the Amazon Fire tablet. I have checked that out and to verify, and it works fine. I do have an Amazon Fire tablet, and so I use it sometimes, especially sometimes late at night, to listen to Sermon Audio or to listen to one of the radio stations via the Sermon Audio app. So I know it works on Amazon Fire tablet as well. So whether Amazon Fire, an Android device, or an Apple device, or an iOS device, if I have to say it that way, you can, access the Sermon Audio app. You can scroll on the Sermon Audio app, scroll down, look for radio. You have 3 radio stations. They all work. They're all available to you. Hey, Sermon Audio. When you broadcast things on your radio station, make sure it's at a volume that's acceptable, okay? Check the audio of what you're going to play, all right? And if you go, wait, that's just way too low, pull from another sermon, okay? Or take that sermon, run it through a software to artificially increase the volume, upload it again, and then boom. Now, I know you may not be able to do that because you may not have, is that really your audio file to be able to do that with? I don't know. I know I do that for sermon reviews. So, because so many times I go review a sermon, I'm like, what is this? Who recorded this? Yeah. Churches, check the volume. Okay. Check the volume. It's easier for people to turn it down on their devices than it is for them to turn it up because there's a limit in how far they can turn it up. So, all right, there we have it. That was an interesting update, wasn't it? That's just funny that we discovered a problem. So I'm going to check it one more time, and then I'm going to email them. VCY Radio. Oh, wait, it's going to work. Oh, wait, now it worked. Why is it working sometimes, not working other times? Let me go back to it. Okay, it's working. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Sermon Audio, not the app, from the Sermon Audio website, you can currently, here we go. If you open up the sermonaudio.com website right now, go down to the radio tab. Here's Sermon Audio Radio. Hang on, play.
This murmuring.
Still that one that's way too low.
God is a fail.
One that's still VCY. Oh, no, it doesn't work again. What is going on? I do not understand. Okay. All right. Then Caribbean Radio, and it is working. Hang on. Let's see if it's working. There we go. It does not want to play. Here we go.
The elements of the world. But when the fullness of the time was...
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with VCY Radio. Sometimes it's working, sometimes it's not. If it's working for you, great. I don't know. Maybe there's something happening. Oh, I hope I'm not getting some weird internet problem here. Okay. But there you have it. Just a quick update for Sermon Audio Daily. This is the series that tries to help you know what's going on the Sermon Audio platform. Oh, I would just recommend on the Sermon Audio website, up at the top, go back. At the menu, you have the news tab. Click on the news tab. You have news, but then look at, it says release notes. Click on release notes because those release notes give you information about what's going on the platform. Like right now, on the 14th of October, they posted We're starting down the road of digitizing some ancient Paisley sermons. They're at a risk of deteriorating in a few more years. Follow Ian Paisley on Sermon Audio and check out all the new uploads in my feed as we process them day by day. So they're taking these old sermons by Ian Paisley and they're digitizing them and uploading them. So you may want to follow Ian Paisley and then all of those new sermons that are being uploaded that are on danger of, basically not existing anymore. You can hear them. So see, that's interesting information. A lot of times on the Sermon Audio Daily, I'm not going to cover that kind of stuff because it's right there in the news tab. It's just right there, right? So if they had done an article about the radio station, the Caribbean Radio, I would not have talked about it, but I discovered it. I didn't see them have posted anything about it. So I thought I would be early on. So there you have it. So make sure you pay attention to that because that lets you know updates, if they're changing anything, new features, new content, anything going on, it gives you that information. And so then you'll know what's going on. All right. That's today's edition of the Sermon Audio Daily, where we've discovered that on the sermonaudio.com website, Caribbean Radio has been added. Great. We've also discovered that VCY Radio, hang on, I'm going to try to open it on my MacBook. Hang on. See if it's going to work. Okay, it worked there. I'm going to click on it again. Oh, okay, hang on. I'm going to keep clicking on it. All right. It's working there. I'm going to go back to my iPad. Go back to the radio tab. Hang on. VCY Radio. Now it's down there. I don't understand what's going on. So I'm going to take a screenshot and try to figure it out. I don't know if it's something with the iPad. I don't know. Something weird is going on. But check them out. Utilize them. And you'll see the things you like, the things you dislike, the good about them, the bad about them. But they're available via the app, via the website. Check them out, and I'll try to figure out why VCY Radio is opening sometimes and not opening other times. And we'll see if we can make that work smoothly so that you have access all the time. Currently, they work perfectly on the Sermon Audio app. So use the app, and you should have no problem sampling the 3 radio stations available to you. Thanks for listening. I would say happy listening. I don't really like saying happy listening when it comes to theological and biblical content. I think it should be, I hope you have beneficial listening. God bless.